Transitional justice refers to the processes that address violations committed during conflict or dictatorship in order to re-establish functioning, peaceful societies. Generally, transitional justice processes are elitist processes, so they're essentially political processes, and often, while it should focus on victims and survivors' voices are often marginalized from this process. What we hear over and over again from survivors is, "I want someone to listen to my story."
The International Coalition of Sites of Conscience is a group of over 275 museums, historic sites, and memory initiatives in over 65 countries, remembering significant past events, struggles for human rights and social justice, and connecting those past events to their contemporary legacies. One of our programs is the Global Initiative for Justice, Truth, and Reconciliation, or the GIJTR, which works with communities in active conflict or emerging from conflict or dictatorship.
The Global Initiative for Justice, Truth, and Reconciliation is a group of 9 international organizations that come together to address transitional justice in a holistic and multidisciplinary way with a very specific focus on survivors and local communities. So instead of focusing on transitional justice from purely a legal accountability standpoint, the consortium includes issues of psychosocial support for victims, forensics, documentation, truth-telling, and memorialization.
C'est-à-dire que le consortium commence par la base avant d'arriver au sommet. Pour moi, c'est un peu la spécificité, dans la mesure où le consortium a commencé d'abord à réunir des victimes, réunir des ONG de défense des droits de l'homme, réunir des journalistes, pour d'abord poser des petits problèmes au sein des communautés. On peut décréter, on peut organiser des événements au sommet de l'État, mais si ces événements ne prennent pas en compte, par exemple, les problèmes des victimes en termes de justice, en termes d'accès aux soins, en termes de mémoire, ça risque de ne pas vraiment être un processus réussi.
Conflict often silences communities and people. That continues post-conflict. So our goal as the GIJTR is to build trust with local communities. As such, all of our work is non-prescriptive. Survivors want a platform for their stories to be heard. They want to be acknowledged for the violations that they have undergone. They want to find the bodies of their missing loved ones and provide them with proper burial rights. They want to have some form of justice, whether that means reparations, not necessarily compensation, but other forms of reparation. So it could be symbolic reparations such as memorialization, psychosocial support, increased medical and mental health services. Communities understand best what they need.
O sea, como algo normal. No puede ser, porque por eso es que no ha parado la guerra en nuestro país, porque nos volvimos naturales al dolor. Entonces, el que ellos vayan a nuestra región y hagan esto, nos damos cuenta que hemos pasado por situaciones duras que no queremos volver a repetir. Entonces, es muy importante la labor que ellos hacen.
When international actors lead or guide transitional justice processes, they will eventually depart, leaving local communities responsible for implementation of recommendations. If broad swaths of society, victims and survivors, women, elders, youth, and other marginalized groups are not part of developing those recommendations, they're neither well-positioned to nor deeply invested in moving them forward, and yet their ownership over the process is absolutely essential to ensuring lasting peace. So, GIJTR's approach is different. Our programs are designed to gradually build local capacity so that our community partners have the skills and support they need to lead this work long into the future. In addition to trainings, we often provide financial support directly to local partners so they can carry out the transitional justice projects they feel are most important. We also frequently connect victims groups to state officials so that all levels of society are working collaboratively towards shared goals.
المصارحة ثم المصالحة، لأن المصالحة هي كأني أنا يعني عندي جرح وهذا الجرح أريد خياطته، لما نخيطه لازم ننظفه، ينضاف هذا الجرح بما يتم تنظيفه بالمصالحة.
Ultimately, justice is grounded in individual stories. When victims and survivors are able to share their experiences, these stories collectively form the way forward. The stories allow communities to create a shared vision and a plan for achieving that vision, for achieving a society based on human rights, on justice, and on truth.